Welcome into Hawk Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Jack Keffer, I'm Gabe Sustick. Hyannis falls to a 4-game losing streak, a 2-1 loss to the Orleans Firebirds. Jack, and once again, it was a struggling offense as they had a tough time finding runs across home plate.
Yeah, and they equaled Orleans in hits. They both had 9 tonight, but the difference being Hyannis, when they had runners in scoring position and they had opportunities, they just squandered them. You see a lot of strikeouts with runners on base and a lot of flyouts as well. 10 times tonight, Hyannis flew out in the game. So when you're not having productive at-bats like that, you're not moving runners over, it creates no offense, really. And we saw Orleans, they didn't really have any opportunities throughout the night. They had one inning, and in that one inning, they struck back, and they struck 2 runs. They got the lead. They got what they needed to, and their bullpen held it out for them.
Meanwhile, Jack, you mentioned for the bullpen, Andrew Gonzalez, another great start for him, aside from letting up those 2 runs late in his start. But then the bullpen, uncharacteristically from what they've done a couple of games, they came in and they kept the game close for Hyannis, but their offense was just not able to support them.
Yeah, Gonzalez had a great evening. I mean, he went 5 1/3, and he only gave up 1 earned run on 4 hits. Any other night, you look at that start and you go, wow, he did fantastic. But the biggest difference was Hyannis. They just scratched across a run, and with that big home run from Brian Miller, it just kind of wind out of the sails. But the bullpen came in, and they pitched really well. You saw Harrington in there, and after the double, he settled down nicely. And then you see LoBrutto, and then also you saw Tristan Barlow come in and do a really nice job at the end of the game.
Dominic LoBrutto is one of the newest members of the Hyannis bullpen, and he caught up with Nicole Hansen after the game.
Well, I'm here with Dominic LoBrutto today on Hawk Talk. Now, since your first start, you kind of be able to settle down a little bit. What have you really been working on to be able to get better at that?
I've been slowing my body down. I was real tense, real nervous my first time I went up there and threw. And so what I did is I just slowed everything down, reminded myself it's just a game, here to have fun. And, well, it's proved to work out pretty well for me in the last 2 times I've pitched. So.
Coming up here a little bit later in the season, a lot of the guys already kind of know each other, but you came and be able to play with teammate Garrett Cave from college. What has that been able to be like to be able to play with him and have him help you kind of adjust to the team?
I mean, it's awesome. Him and I have been best friends for a long time now, so it's great getting to come up here, play with him. I've also known Alex Howe since I was about 5 years old, so it's been good finally getting to play with these guys again. I feel like I'm at home, so it's not bad at all.
Is there any kind of added pressure coming up this late in the season, entering playoffs, this team trying to clinch a playoff spot this last week, anything like that?
Not really. I mean, in all, it's just a game. I'm here to have fun, here to pitch, do what we want to do. Obviously, if we make the playoffs, which we should, we see where we go from there, see how everything goes. But there's no pressure, there's nothing. We're just out here having a good time playing baseball.
Lastly, what has it been like being able to perform for this kind of competition here and be able to play on this big of a stage with this level of play?
Oh, there's nothing to compare it to. I mean, I haven't been on a stage like this in a long, long time, so it's been good. It's been rough. I mean, it definitely is a humbling game, but I think it's been a lot of fun. It's a good experience for me to be out here.
All right, great. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nicole. Now, Jack, Hyannis will go play the Harwich Mariners tomorrow, a team where they lost the first game very early on in the season, but then the last 2 games have both been 1-0 games, one of them in extra inning games as well. And for Hyannis as well, they will try to find a way to get the next win, as Katuitt also lost tonight against the Bourne Braves 4-2. So Bourne, for the most part, gets that 3rd spot unless Hyannis can pull off some magic, but they still have to fend off Katuitt.
Yeah, and Katuitt pretty much has to win the 4 remaining games that they have if they want to get into the playoffs, including that Monday game against Hyannis. Tomorrow is going to be tough for Harwich. Even though they've played them close, they have an all-star pitcher, Packy Naughton, starting on the mound. Coley Bowers will go for Hyannis. So it's going to be a pitching duel for Harwich, and usually in those games, Harwich is going to win. So we'll see what this offense can piece together as they go up against the best pitching staff in the league. But really, you look forward to that Monday game against Katuitt as the game that's going to make or break this playoff opportunity for Hyannis.
Hyannis will continue to have another opportunity to clinch a playoff spot, but they do it tomorrow at White House Field, a 5:30 start against the Harwich Mariners. For Jack Keffer, I'm Gabe Sustick. We'll see you then.